Hello, Hay House. My name is James Phillips, and I'm the author of Scarab and the Scorpion, a spiritual fiction novel that I am offering to Hay House for consideration to publish. My understanding of this video is that you will use it to evaluate my ability to explain Scarab and the Scorpion over Zoom phone calls and podcasts and the like. Accordingly, please click on my website, www.secretsofmystics.com, to see 3 free mini lessons hosted by myself on the homepage and several additional short stories about my adventures in Egypt. I remember as a kid riding my bike up to the Hilltop Library and devouring picture books on ancient Egypt, including the Great Pyramid, Sphinx, Nile River, and the famous symbols. Years later, while living in Paris and London and Dublin, outside Dublin, I traveled to Egypt dozens of times and was fortunate indeed to be mentored by Dr. Abd el Hakim Awan, the narrator of the Pyramid Code, who guided me about where to go and what to see. During this period, I realized I was going to write Scarab and the Scorpion, and I also knew that I was going to create 2 different stories. One story devoted to Pharaoh Akhenaten and his failed spiritual revolution in the 18th dynasty 3,500 years ago due to the treachery of his wife, Queen Nefertiti, and his defeat by his nemesis, the priesthood of Amun-Ra. The second story that I knew I wanted to tell was the story of Kat Fayed, the reincarnated favorite daughter of Akhenaten, who gets caught up in a whirlwind of intrigue, by competing with the evil totalitarian states, some greedy multinationals, and even the Antichrist to be first to discover the Hall of Records and to control the emerald tablets known as the Books of Tahuti, which can save or destroy our planet. In the climax of Scarab and the Scorpion, Kat learns that she is the John, or rather Johann, of Peniel, who is destined to discover the Hall of Records, and she learns that the characters around her during her quest, both good and bad, have all reincarnated from the time of Akhenaten to assist her in her journey. Years later, in the resolution of Scarab and the Scorpion, Kat Fayed is dedicating the sovereign state of Peniel, which has been formed from land granted by Jordan on the west side of the river, east side of the river, and Israel on the west side of the river, of Jordan River, to build 3 amazing pyramids from the Books of Tahuti. The first pyramid, the Pyramid of Clean Air, will remove massive amounts of CO2 from the atmosphere and help reduce the ravages of climate change. The second pyramid, called the Pyramid of Energy, will provide a new source of non-polluting, cheap electricity. And the third pyramid, the pyramid of water, will help quench the thirst of a thirsty, very thirsty planet. I know what I don't know. This phrase from Lucinda Halpern in her Secrets of Successful Authors greatly influences me. I know that I don't know how to write a best-selling novel, nor do I know anything about the publishing business. But as Miss Halpern says, it takes a village to write a bestseller, and it does no harm to admit that you need help. Well, that's why I've come to Hay House to help me make a bestseller out of Scarab and the Scorpion. I appreciate your time, your consideration, and await your feedback. Thank you.